Hey y'all, it's Chrissy and welcome to another YouTube video. In today's video we will be doing some medium bohemian knotless plaits. As you see right now, I'm just pre-parting the first row with my gel like I normally do. This is like a close-up version, so y'all will be able to see exactly how I add in the pieces of the braiding hair and the human hair. So stay tuned and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to follow my socials. As y'all know, first I part straight across with my parting comb, and I go over my part as many times as possible just to make sure I have it straight. Sometimes you can do the ear to ear method, but yeah, just part straight, literally part straight. Look how I'm putting the comb on her scalp, making sure that everything is straight and smoothed out for my braids. That's exactly how you need it. Just keep going over it. And yeah, I'm now about to start my next braid. So I put the gel like I normally do on the parts, and I put it on her roots of her hair. And then I'm gonna part it, and then I'm gonna also comb out the gel just to mold it. As you can see, I'm so sorry y'all, I am not sick. I just have not been able to get no type of sleep, y'all. As you see, I had just split it in 3, and then I started to add in my piece of hair. If you're watching the video, it should be pretty easy to do if you already know what to do. But like I said, I do plan on in the future having some in-depth tutorials. I just haven't had enough time to do all that. But as you can see here, I'm adding the hair piece under the braid in between the first 2. You get it? Look at what I'm holding. I'm holding it, now I add the piece. And you add it under, you don't add it over, if that makes sense. You add it under the pieces, the 2 pieces closer to the left on the screen. Yeah, that's how I add it. And then I continue to braid down. I make sure that my braid isn't bumpy or too loose or just all over the place. And yeah, I make sure I braid in the same direction every time. I make sure that my client's hair is headed straight, just so I can braid down properly and so that I can get the length that I want for my client. So make sure your client's head is always up, straight forward, and not bend or lean, or you know what I mean? Just so your parts can be straight. So now I'm about to be on my next braid, and y'all gonna see again, all throughout this video is just a repeat of the first steps. I apply the gel on the roots. I part it to how I need it to be part, straight, triangle, however you want to part it. Then I split it in 3. You get it? Pull it real tight, not too tight. And then I add the hair in from under, and then I pull it. Okay? That's literally how I do it. I'm going to see if I'm going to slow down a little bit of some versions of the video just to show y'all. But like I said, this should be easy. This shouldn't be hard. This is literally like a walkthrough. Like, you're literally watching me braid. So everything that you're seeing me do, that's exactly what you need to do. And you need to use the tips and use everything possible. These are medium braids. These aren't that hard to do as compared to small braids, because small braids, you have to really part really neatly. And big braids also, but big braids is not that hard. They're big and they're easy to do. Like I said, make sure your braids are consistent and make sure your client's head is held the way that you need it to be, so that your braids don't be all type of different lengths. Because then I don't know what you're gonna do, honestly. But yeah, y'all, doing it again, applying the gel. Then I'm gonna comb it out, and then I'm gonna split that part into 3. And I'm basically gonna grip and grab. So I'm gripping it, grab. Then I'm gonna grab the piece of hair and put it right in between. I know you seen that. I caught it. I know y'all seen that. Hopefully it didn't go too fast, but I hope y'all seen it. And make sure your client's head is always held up. And yeah, that's just about it. Make sure your client's head is always held up so that your parts can be straight. Like I said, you need your parts to be straight, not lean, not crooked, nothing. Just straight. You get it? Make sure, even if you got to keep going over and over and over and over again, just do that. It's not that hard. Another tip I would like to give towards like knotless braids. My client did come in today with her hair oiled, but that's because I put it on my booking site. If you can't braid with oil, then you make sure you tell people that. You get it? Make sure that you tell people that. But as far as me, I let them know that they should put some oil in their hair just so it's going to be in the braids and I don't really want it breaking off. So I asked them to put just a little bit of oil. And now I'm parting and I'm braiding and I'm parting and I'm braiding and I'm braiding. But yeah, I go over the part because you see how it wasn't even that straight. But when you go over it with the gel and the comb, watch, it's going to be really straight. Make sure y'all use the end of the tail, the end of the comb, the tail comb, and part it as well with the beginning. This comb is so easy to use, honestly. I love combs like this because it already has like the parting method for me. So I really don't got that much to do. And throughout the entire video, I'm just going to be repeating the steps. I might include more steps for y'all, but yeah, I'll include more steps. But yeah, y'all, as y'all can see, I'm combing the gel throughout the roots just to make sure everything is smoothed out and there's no gel all over the place. You get me? I just want to make sure everything looks sleek as possible. Now I'm parting my first braid of that row. The part is not going to be straight. You have to go over it, basically. Like I said, keep going over your parts. Practice makes perfect, honestly. Sometimes, you know, you just not gonna get it every time. That's why you keep practicing. So don't really complain about like, oh, my part's not straight or my braids are too big, my braids are too small. If you use the tips that I'm giving you and you just keep practicing, I promise you, like, you'll get it over time. Just watch. All you guys gotta do is watch and practice, literally. I'm putting the gel on the braid simply because I want my braids to look sleek and nice looking. That's why the gel is there. Then I comb it out to mold it. I already mentioned that. Gonna comb it out to mold it, part it again and again and again. And then I split it in 3. Pull, grab, grab, pull, grab, pull. And then I'm gonna grab a piece of hair and I'm gonna add it in under that first 2. And that's how I do it. So yeah, y'all. Another tip, y'all, don't forget when you are adding the pieces of hair, make sure that your pieces aren't too big or they're not too small, because you do want your braids all to look the same at the roots and all the way straight throughout the head, basically. So make sure like you're not putting too much hair, too little. Make sure your braids aren't bumpy. Make sure everything is good. Make sure, you know what I mean? Don't add big pieces when you're doing small braids, because then you're going to have small parts. And you're going to end up using too much hair. You're going to end up using 6 packs of hair when you only need 3. You get it? Yeah. And that's just about it for the video. For the voiceover, I mean, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to share my videos as well, y'all. And stay tuned for more videos. Yeah.